Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience, where we discuss ways where we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. Hi, I'm Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience, also the author of the book, The Formula for Business Success Equals B plus C plus S, a discussion on brand, culture, and strategy alignment. And I bring up the book for one specific reason today, because our subject is on the brand principle, and it's a topic that I discuss actually on page 81 of my book, where we talk about the brand principle is actually a tagline that is lived by the employees. Much like a vision and service standards, it helps to create a brand experience, which is obviously the purpose of our show, every single day for the employees and the customers, clients, or members that we serve. And the brand principle idea brings to mind some of the great work that I'm doing with some of my clients today. Some of you may have seen the video with Barb Harper at COPFCU, where they're truly living their brand principle and tagline of banking on a first-name basis. I'm also doing some fabulous work with another client, E3 Image Group, that's making their tagline a true brand principle and bringing it to life through their clients, which is simply increase your brand width. And it reminds me of how powerful a brand principle can be to a business. It also reminds me of an interview I did a number of years ago with Stephanie Coronado-Stomp, the owner of NB Beauty Studio. In fact, I mention her and her business in the book because her tagline is a going green salon, which is one of the best examples I could give of a brand principle, or better yet, a tagline that's actually lived. Let's watch a little bit of that interview from a few years ago. Ken Bader here at NV Beauty Salon with the owner, Stephanie Coronado-Stomp, here to talk a little bit about the NV brand. And first I have to say that Stephanie's been doing some exercises lately on the mission statement, the vision statement, and service standards. And as I told her, you're doing better than most MBAs that I work with. No offense to the MBAs out there, I'm one of them. But tell us a little bit about the exercises that you're going through on the mission and the vision and the service standards, and what you're getting out of it, what you're finding out about your brand at Envy.
I am finding out that I have a lot of opinions about the way I want things run, and it's really made me, the exercises that you've given me have really prompted a lot of thought as to who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what type of people I want to surround myself with.
Sure. Well, why are you doing it?
I am doing, it's you know, it's a hard thing, because I've been a hairdresser for almost 30 years. I've been a teacher for hair care companies, and when I was presented with the opportunity to own my own salon, my vision at that time was to turn my salon into a group of leaders that were proficient in cutting and coloring and customer service. And then the second part to that was I was involved with an environmentally aware hair care company, which really opened my awareness to the things that need to be addressed environmentally in a hair care situation.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, and one of the things that I really like about your brand is your tagline, a going green salon. It's not a we're a green salon, or we are green, or it's not easy being green. It's a we're going green salon. Tell me a little bit about that tagline and why it's a going green salon.
Well, in the hair care industry, you use a variety of chemicals daily, whether it's hairspray with volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, with hair color that contains ammonia, or anything where you're mixing chemicals together. So I always, when I got aligned with this company and with my vision, I knew that you can't be completely green. So we are a going green. Every time we have an opportunity to change direction, I absolutely am not dogmatic about staying in one way. If there is, we don't use any paper products. I mean, we might use napkins and toilet paper, obviously, but we don't use paper cups, or we use real glasses, real cups, real cutlery,
real towels,
real hand towels. All of the products that we carry in our salon, the packaging is recyclable, and it comes from post-consumer waste. Even the color tubes now are recyclable, which is really awesome in our industry. So we are going green. We are constantly, we use LED lighting. I found a salon that had a lot of natural lighting in it. So it's just, we are going green. And so I've had friends tell me, you are a green salon, but I just always feel that there is more for me to do before I can actually claim that.
Right. No, that's great. It's what we talk about in terms of having that unique selling proposition, because you can go to any salon, but you're not going to have the green experience and the ever ongoing green experience that you're going to have at Envy. Last question that I have, if I had gone green a little bit earlier, would I have more hair?
You know, you can thank your ancestors for your hairline.
Sure.
Hey there, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I enjoyed doing it. I've had the pleasure of working with Stephanie for a number of years. She's a great entrepreneur, great business owner, and a very, very good friend, and just simply a very nice lady. But from an importance of our work together, what can we learn from Envy Beauty Studios, a Going Green Salon, or a COPFCU's Banking on a First Name Basis, or even E3 Image Group, Increase Your Brand with? Well, I think there's two things that we need to take away from this. One is that we can't just have words be on paper, that they actually have to not only have an idea behind it, but we have to live that idea. Otherwise, they're just words on paper. And frankly, that could be very, very dangerous. For instance, if you walked into Envy Beauty Studio and you saw all of these products with a lot of chemicals, and you saw paper everywhere, and they were using paper towels and things of that nature, you know, the first thing that you would think of is, wow, you know, if they're going green, they they got a long way to go. And that isn't the case with Envy, because you wouldn't see that. You would see a true example of a going green salon. I know for a fact, because I've been there myself. You know, it's my complex hairstyle that I have here. But you know, the fact is, if you were to do that, if you were to see chemicals, you were to see paper towels and things of that nature, it would be a misalignment of the brand. It would be a poor experience, you know, again, going back to branding the experience, and you might not ever go back there again, even if they gave good service and they were cordial, and even if you had a great haircut or hairstyle, because something either consciously or unconsciously would tell you in your mind that there's a misalignment here. Something isn't right. There's something there that I can't trust, because they're not living the words that they're saying in their marketing and branding and promotion. Number two is how powerful a tagline can be if we make it a true brand principle and we allow and support our employees to live that. The best example goes back to COPFCU, and I encourage you to watch that video either for the first time if you haven't, or again after watching this. But yeah, they're a good example of using their tagline and brand principle as a support for the experience that they create every day for their members in truly living banking on a first name basis. So I challenge you, if you don't have a tagline and brand principle, to think of what does your particular business, your particular company, what does that experience look like? How might we be able to encapsulate that in 3 or 4 words that have meaning not only for our customers, clients, or members, but also for our employees? And if you do have a tagline, terrific. I think the number one question you need to ask is, do we actually live that tagline, or is it just simply words on paper? Because if it's the latter, then we either need to get rid of that tagline, or, better yet, do the work internally in our culture to make sure that we can brand the experience that way with our tagline. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and here's hoping that your brand and your experience is being proliferated at a very high level in your business. Take care.